the rites shall come to bear, illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there.
Hello everyone out there in internet land, welcome back to another fantastic 5kg video. My name is Connor, and we are back with Pyre. Now, last time we left off, we completed a rite. We defeated a rather strange sap person who seemed really nice at first, but once we got to know him, he was kind of a jerk. And we learned a little more about sandalwood, a little more, I say. And we found out that we are going to have to travel even further north to find our next rite. We had some interactions between the group. Other than that, though, I think we are ready to rock and roll. We're currently sitting still in the glade of Lou. I remember one of the most interesting parts about last time was that Sandalwood telepathically spoke to us, but his words were in English. The first time any character has spoken in English, so not quite sure what that means, but I'm sure we'll find out eventually. So, let's continue on our journey to complete the rites. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Alright, it's the only way to go. Volfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods to the north. Volfred, by the way, if you don't remember, is the mysterious Sandalwood. The Sclorian Shore. You get clear of the woods at last, and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Aladil. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, to feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all, or remain silent. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. Well, to Connor, freedom is a very, very complex thing. Because freedom initially means being able to go anywhere you want. Or doing what you want. But living without fear also, I think, is a great way of freedom. It depends on what kind of freedom you're talking about. Personal freedom, emotional freedom, physical freedom. Honestly, for me, I think freedom means living without fear. You tell Volfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subject to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while. Very good answer, my girl. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time. A deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. If not for fear, I doubt we could accomplish very much in life. And, just now, we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. What are we doing here, Volfred? He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment or reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think, or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At least, you would be complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are still out there, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You shall share a higher calling now. The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites. Then we meet up on the opposite side. We organize. Each new moon, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're planning a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Volfred pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rites, and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom? You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. He then lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Volfred turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path. Alright, well, that's a bombshell. I mean, goddamn, that's one hell of a bombshell. So Volfred wants everyone to earn their freedom here in the rites. Wants everyone to earn their freedom here in the rites. And then once we get back to the Commonwealth, he wants to start a fucking revolution. This went real fast from, hey, let's play some cool spiritual basketball, soccer, so that we can earn our freedom to, hey, let's overthrow a centuries-old established government. Fuck. But it's okay. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. For now, let's head to Myr Pass. If you remember correctly, Myr is the name of the ancient emperor who became the first of the 8 scribes, it would appear. Beyond lies Mount Aladil. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and strength to make the ascent. Alright. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Headwind. Headwind, buddy. Time to step it up. Uh-oh. Sandalwood wants some alone time. He seems to have something on his mind. There you are, my girl. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you, in private. Volfred stares at you, rather intently, as if reaching out to you. And then... You do know what it means to be a reader? Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I senses nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. Motherfucker. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer, then, was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Tariq is the minstrel, if you don't remember. Rather, I had expected, when we first met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the pages in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Volfred breaks free from you and looks at you again. Then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as a reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises might have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor any one of us. Do you understand? Volfred indicates that readers such as you cannot go free through the rites. Say you understand. There's more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there's a way. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. If Volfred really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. You know, there's more at stake here than my own freedom, and perhaps there's a way. You understand the words of warning, yet, just the same, you choose to carry on. There is more that you wish to achieve on this journey than freedom for yourself. I admire that, my girl. Then, very well. Know that we have much at stake here, in this anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat, as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then, he strides out of the wagon, leaving you with your thoughts. Alright, well, that's a kick in the balls. We didn't know that, and no one told us. So, readers can't go free through the rites. I think we'll find a way around that. Let's see, what's everybody doing? Hedwyn foraging for supplies, we'll need him in a moment. Pamitha is perched up on the roof. Sir Gilliam is practicing slashes. Shay is playing cards with Tizo, so that means Tizo is playing cards with Shay. Ruki is running around somewhere. Jody is having a light meal. Alright, so that's everybody. And alright, so the orb called for Hedwyn. You bring me a brief reprieve from my solitude. What seek you in exchange? Request of her a scribe trial. Not a problem. Simply indicate who is to be my student for the time. Hedwyn, you have been summoned. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials to Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Soon Hedwyn appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? Where are we going? Nomads such as Hedwyn are well balanced in the rites. Kind of our good all-around character. Alright. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy. You answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that lovely reader there. Alright, Hedwyn. Oh, going up against the whole team, I see. Dive in! Yeah! Alright, so Hedwyn, he's all about that balance. Notice how I'm around what would be all of my friends. So jump, Hedwyn. Come on, get around it. No! He rushed me! But Hedwyn's got a good game. No! Dang it. Man, these solo ones are hard. Got it. Alright, so the game is not doing me any favors. Oh, the game is not doing me any favors. Oh, it is kicking my sorry ass. Jump, Hedwyn! Jesus Christ. Come on, give me the jump! There we go. Go this way. Alright. Double back, double back. She blew her own teammate away. Ah, dang it! Should have jumped. Where you going, lady? Where you going, big lady? Jump, Hedwyn! Yeah! There we go. Got it! Haha! That's my boy Hedwyn. We did it! It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Alright, that means Hedwyn gets his unique item. And you may have noticed some odd cutting. Yes, I had to do that twice. I failed the first time. My game was also freezing up really badly. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Goals Bracer for completing Hedwyn's trial. Nice. Alright, so let's take this Moon Crest. Hedwyn power casts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Fuck yes. Oh my god. What happens if yeah, no. Increasing that increases how long he gets infinite stamina. That is super badass. Infinite stamina is amazing. Alright, well, I think that's pretty badass. Alright guys, I think honestly that's a pretty good place to stop for the day. We got Hedwyn his unique item by passing the Seeker's Orb trial. We found a very unnerving piece of information from Volfred, that being readers can't ascend to freedom through the rites. Oh, and you know, no big deal, he wants to start a fucking revolution in the Commonwealth. So, hey, no big deal on that. But as short as this episode was, I'm thinking next episode, with us ascending the mountain and going on to the what could be one of the final rites, I feel like next episode's gonna be a long one, so that's kind of why I'm cutting this one short, kind of balance things out. All that being said, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you have a comment or a suggestion, throw it down in that comment section just below this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and you'll be able to know the next time I upload another episode of Pyre, or anyone else on the channel uploads a video for that matter. But as always, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I apologize for the short episode. We didn't get too far, but I feel like in one episode we learned quite a bit and had quite a bit of story thrown at us. So next time I'm sure we'll make up for it with plenty of action. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I always appreciate your time and your viewership. I will see you in the next installment, and as always, have a good one.
Before the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty